see what happens if I go down here. No, I'm definitely gonna die.
Today, I will be talking about
Anyway.
Oh fuck!
So I
It's
just
Vortex.
out about this. He basically, well, all
The
of these
Vortex
people
cheat.
stuck Alex Jones's dick. Like,
And this is about
like that, the guy
my
Freeman,
experience
Freedom Law School I just
in
recently
a
on. His intro literally is Alex Jones saying
place,
his name.
in the place
Yeah,
that
I was
I
gonna
am
make my
right
follower
now.
alert, or my raid alert.
And
Saying thanks for the raid, Perry.
at this present moment, I only seem to have the memory of being in this place that I am in right now. To continue the
Shit, is he live now? The
of the
Demi
place
Urge
I'm in
and
right
True
now,
Weapons.
Fix my gear now.
there is a feeling that what I've done
A being responsible for the creation
only
of the
took me
universe.
to a place not far away.
At least
Now, if we
don't
think
go
about
down
this
there now.
place very, very far away,
Alright.
we then get to the Vortex cheat.
I just thought it was. I thought
The
it was
first
gonna be
part
a
of the
good
Vortex
idea.
cheat is very vague and seems to lead to the second part of the Vortex cheat.
Wait, chat.
The significant differences between these two parts aren't very clear at all.
Enough. Now we
If
have
there
been
was any
everywhere in
difference
this
at
area.
all, I would say that they are both vortexes, and only the second part is a
I don't think
cheat.
there's anything over here.
Now, in this case, I don't really have a definition for cheat because both of them together are the vortex cheat. So if we consider specifically the type of appearances that these vortexes take, we need to consider that the significance of them both has nothing to do with the place that I'm in or the place far, far away.
They're quite cute.
So if we think about the place far, far away, there's a way for me to conceive that I made it outside of the place I'm in is. So this thought about where I am consists of an elevator. And on this elevator, I can either go down or
Why is
upwards.
the music so scary? Oh,
I can either go upwards a little bit or down much more than I can go upwards.
This could be a trap.
So if I consider the significance of what I felt my existence was at the time, then I could consider that there was
It's a bad idea.
person with me that I didn't see. So if we consider the significance of the people that may be invisible to oneself, we could consider how the elevator could provide the significance of this difference that I have displayed in the colours. Now these colours aren't a direct representation but provide a guide to how the colours relate. So if we think about how the colours relate in the place that I'm in, it's very clear that there is a sign of light. So if we consider the signs of light, such as darkness, shade, colour, we can possibly consider other factors of light, like God, Jesus, and Satan.
You were in there before me!
So if we consider the place that I'm in, and how I may or may not have used the elevator,
what have I just walked into?
My memory takes me to the place where I am just outside the place where I am right now. So if we consider this place where I'm in right now, you can see that there is a corridor and a door behind and a door in front. Just outside of the place that I'm in, there is a window to the right, a full window with a view of the street and the city or town.
No one ever believes me when I say I
and then the place that I'm in obviously has the corridor on the left.
Oh my god.
But this isn't quite as significant because if we consider the trip outside of the place that I'm in,
What is this, a never-ending village?
Barking, then this is the layout of most of the
hi Bjorn. This is a
Oh,
live
it's bad
stream.
now.
It's live of the guy I was talking
So
about.
if we consider what may or may not have happened
He doesn't believe he
during
turned up
the
and said Joel made a huge thing about it. But he's everything
experiences in the vortexes,
speaks like an absolute idiot and then
I believe
started yelling.
I only
and
remembered
you made,
talking in the later one.
well,
So if we
made
consider
no
this
sense.
later one
He's like,
as
"You're
the
gonna put this
point
guy,
where
you're
I'm
gonna put
talking,
Edward
and the
in
first one
Sorry.
as the point where I
Pretty lucky is dying.
did not
Edward doesn't
believe I could talk.
in COVID.
I feel some
9/11,
memories
climate
of having
change, and
others
everything,
talking to me.
which is quite funny.
So if we consider how these memories may not have been of other people and just of a vortex, we could consider how the first
Oh my
vortex
god, it really is never
had this
ending.
sort of sound
No, I don't want to be
isolation, insulation, isolating the sound. So if we consider the concepts of isolation,
Fucking hell.
like segregation or the rejection of intersectionality or the
That's enough?
idea that you are being ignored and
Okay,
unloved,
seriously though, let me just go and
uncelebrated
get
and
this.
feeling unjustified or neglected
Keep
or
waiting for him to make it.
verbally abused and not
Turn around!
able to will yourself to speak or not being able to will yourself to speak due to the
Please.
insignificance
No
of
more food for you
whatever
guys?
you had to speak.
Maybe
Whatever
I have to
you
break their
would
houses
have
down.
had to speak to be.
No, I don't think so.
So what I may have not have been willing to not have spoken to have to be may be the second vortex.
Alright, I'm out of here, man.
So
you guys just
hopefully
keep
it's
respawning.
clear now the key difference in the vortex chi is that they are both black.
Oh my god, I'm so
nice, man.
bored. Is that how he
Now,
found it?
I make
Probably
this
a nice
quote
little
very
dumb.
lightly because there
Is
are
that
very
that what it
few
is? Like,
I don't know how I
occasions
feel about this.
in life
then
where
people
there
were just
is
like, fine,
a
whatever.
Oh, no.
I believe you. Just stop
What
talking.
have I done?
black
Is-
backdrop
But I was
to
learning so much.
Can we
a
go back out?
environment.
Is that what it is?
So
Can I
these
change my
types of
mind?
environments would be something like a Typically.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just
A
like
sort
he
of
didn't say a single thing. He went
museum,
on 20 minutes. It felt like 20
a
minutes.
sort
about
of
how
virtual reality game,
Okay, wait. If
or
I
a
was to
sort
lose a
of what I
weapon,
would call
which
a
weapon do I not mind
mega
losing? I guess I'm
or
gonna go
kids
with
There's not
this
been
one.
a
reality
single
game.
scientist
Because
that
it's
works
not very good right
So
now.
if we consider the situations of these
Sweet. Oh my god, so lucky.
games,
Anyway, yeah. So he has
lucky.
a lot of videos
Where
about a lot of different things. My favorite one is 9/11
lights
and
are
the aliens.
used to block out
Yep.
the
Personally,
It's okay.
backdrop.
Alright.
It may then
the
become
last
very
one,
but I'm
clear
not gonna click on that.
that the
No.
key detail
This
of the
one's bad.
vortex is the
Um,
blocking out
Recycle.
of the light
Alright, let's do it.
for those within it.
I'm sorry, we gotta do
So
it.
now I will
The
go
mind is your
over
greatest
the
weapon. Take care not to
sense
lose
of
it.
myself
it's like a double
within
conspiracy.
but-
Yeah,
the
man.
later vortex.
But Suggy,
Which I
It does
sometimes
not
I do lose.
I
appear
find that fun. Let's not go
that the
nuclear.
later
I don't know where I put
vortex
Okay.
has any limit to its
Yeah.
size.
Shit, my bad.
It does not appear that the
A lot
later
of this is very
vortex
overtly political.
has
so I'm not
any
favorite.
reference to a
Thinking.
person being able to
We
move
transfer it.
due to interaction with the
The
vortex.
truth about humans on Mars.
There is
Very
no
nice.
sense
Wait, before we do
the
that,
later
we're gonna have to.
vortex records any
We need to
sound
forge. We need
know
to
it's
forge
not
some
live,
new
but
weapons
senses
up in here.
that are
Oh, y'all gonna make me lose my. I know that song.
interacting or
I bet this place leads to a
colliding
really safe area with no enemies. You were so
the-
right, Tim. As sarcastic as you will be.
of the later
You have
vortex.
obtained materials to level up your steals.
There is
No
a
more steals. Cool.
I'm not surprised you don't know
path
anything about that.
Look at the
for the
area.
later vortex that
Look how
goes
many gods there are.
upwards
Oh, cool.
and curves. For the first vortex, there
I
is a
really want the
path
daggers.
that goes
Can't make any of this yet.
curved.
So it's the enemies. You have to kill like 60 of them, and then it unlocks
And
that.
these are
So this one,
significant
you have to kill 30 of
aspects
them,
of
and
the
they give you
vortex.
these daggers.
So if we go back
So
to
that's pretty
consider
cool, right?
how
He doesn't believe we have propulsion systems?
I guess
black.
we
Surely
should
that's not what he's saying.
probably
That
go
doesn't
on a
make
mission
sense.
and kill
Backdrop
30 of these
may
That
because I
would
really
make
want
sense.
daggers.
You
I
could
want to see how good they
consider
are.
what it is
Give up.
like when you are in a pitch
Now,
black.
what did we pull?
Only
Environment.
alien propulsion.
When you're in a pitch
Yeah,
black
this is what we need to
outside
forge.
environment,
He doesn't believe
I
that
was
there
totally
are
being
could have
sarcastic. I know you were.
a sense of
He doesn't
the
believe rockets are capable of space travel.
environment being
It is pretty
difficult
quiet.
to navigate.
It's pretty cool.
When you are inside a pitch black
I'm not
indoors
saying-
environment,
Definitely. Who cares about stamina?
you still may have a sense
He doesn't
of
believe in
the
rockets, Charles.
indoor
Aw,
environment being
Casanova, that sounds so
unsafe.
sad.
Necessarily in
Saying you
both
don't
of
just
these pitch
launch
black
rockets, saying that maybe it's
situations,
just really hard. Yeah, maybe he's
there
like, okay,
are
you have rockets,
lots
no,
of
and they
I
work,
don't
but you
want
don't
to
just
do it.
launch them. There's lots of
ideas
steps.
I'm just
Maybe
gonna
about
that's, okay, let's just say
hazard
that's
and
what you're
risk.
saying.
The key
sounds
differences between these hazards and risks are obviously due to your familiarity with the
But we don't have enough.
light of the colours that you remember
Oh,
in the that would have to be that you
Start
have
hammering.
said and had believed
yeah, I'm not
Or
gonna
have been
do a
told
one
and have
star.
believed.
If I can potentially get a
or
2
have been
star.
led to believe are in the pitch black environment.
Did you say One
Monty,
Piece?
you're so messy.
So if we
the
consider the
Yes, I don't think she's saying we can put rockets in one piece.
environment in general,
Thank you for drink.
the whole idea of the
Everyone, this is a
vortex
reminder,
cheat
please, to hydrate.
is that it
Of course you
was
can
a
put it in
the
place
middle.
to go
But that makes sense
to
to me.
do
You know how big a
something
cube that is?
other than what you would do in a normal environment
Okay, that might not be true.
or a normal society
How big a
or
cube
in a
cell?
place
It's not
like
big though.
that I'm in right
How
now.
big is a cube cell? Oh shit!
So there are many ideas
They're really
about
cute.
the vortex cheat
They're really
that do
cute.
not
They are,
relate
yeah.
anything to the idea of the vortex.
I love CubeSats so
So
much.
if I try to
They're little
conceive
satellites that are cubes.
another idea
And they go
of
together
what a vortex is,
Sometimes, like they can stick
all I
together.
can
Like
really say is that it is a container.
what are those?
Now
In
this
reference to
idea
the
of
movie,
a container
the little dolls
has many
that you can put together, and they're like, yeah,
ideas where
they're not Lego.
it suggests that
Are
there
they
are
holding hands?
an
Yeah,
ideal
the ones that like go
situation
together.
or an
They go
idealistic
together.
response from the
Columbus, shut the fuck up,
surroundings.
Dean. Thank you, Dean.
Come on.
Now
They're
this
like,
idea of
just
surroundings
really
is
want
very
to be able to do
pertinent
more.
to the idea of a container
I
because
didn't
the
know it was a good
idea
impression, actually. If you didn't get it from that, I've got nothing
of
else.
prefixes, you have
Yeah, at least we're getting
CONT.
better.
And they form bigger cubes.
This is the
Yeah, I know about that
continuation
dot faction. Yeah,
Put them
yeah. I
together.
don't want to
Where
though.
And
it
they form bigger cubes.
allows
I feel like I'm doing
someone
better
to
when I don't
stack
tilt them.
actually
And they do
Personally,
different
provide,
jobs.
let's
And I
say, a
love them so
symbiotic
much.
or
Just feel like I've been getting
singularity-like
2 stars when I don't tilt them.
You know, they're
ethic.
about this big.
Sometimes.
Not a poetic relation.
Looks
So
like a little-
we can think
I don't
about
think she's
certain
saying-
technologies.
Soph isn't here, is he?
record
Oh, hey,
words.
Soph. I didn't know you were here.
Most of these technologies that
GP says
record
hi.
words
Hi,
use
nice to see you again.
containers
Hope
made
all's
up of
going well.
words.
Thank you. All
So
is
if we
going pretty
consider these
well.
containers
Yeah,
made
what
up
about
of
you?
words that are using technologies
How are
that
you
use
doing?
words,
Let's go
we
back to
can
the
think
world.
about how
But this
only
time,
one of these
I think I want to try
or
and
one
like get
part
the
of the
daggers.
technology has a
How could you?
container.
No, I'm not. What do you mean?
Now, originally, I was talking about how the motherboard was a very important part
What do you mean? I
of
missed
the
it.
technological
Oh, wait, no.
landscape.
Let's travel.
Space?
So if we
Let's
consider
have to go
this
to Forge, my bad.
technological
Why are they doing that in
landscape,
space?
I want to go.
we can then refer back to the container
Yeah.
and the remaining suffix
Yeah.
Why are they doing it in space?
AINTER.
This is pretty cool.
Now, this
Is it like a
term
legal thing?
Oh, wow.
relates to
You can't do it.
Probably
the
cooked and ready to serve.
technological
Be served.
landscape
Are you
as the
proper? Wait,
Earth
you're
would relate to a
sunburned.
timeline.
Okay,
it's
there
been
we go.
nice
That's
then
why.
for
That
you.
makes sense. She just explained.
So this
If
is
I
a key
shut
part
up, then
of
just
the
shut up and listen.
experience of the
forgot to add
Vortex
this.
cheats.
So that
The
it's
cheats appears to be
Okay.
that the relation
It's really
between
cool.
the two
But I don't know why
is
he's
like
upset
that
about 3D printing organs.
of
Does he not
the
know how good
Earth
3D printing organs would be?
and the timeline.
Say, you know how long waiting lists
So
are?
I will try to
Just
focus on the timeline to make the
And it's also really
image
dodgy
clear
to like wish for
and
organs
to make it have
because
a
that means someone's dead.
accurate
You know what I mean?
or pleasurable suggestion. The idea about the vortex cheat is that I
If you
do
could
not
really
remember
them,
any of
G
the
fucking
process.
G. You'd say
It only
shit
came to me
twice.
later on
Maybe he thinks
when
he's playing
many of
God.
the
Or
people
maybe
I
he's
believed
thinking
were
of
with
that
me
as
in the
well. But
Vortex
maybe
cheat
he's
had
still
passed
suspicious that
away.
they're going to change the
Unfortunately
Telescope.
for this video, I can't go
Susanna, thank you
into
very much for the
anyone that will
What did you say,
mention
mate?
the
for the
Vortex
resub.
cheat since I
It says
cannot
it's been 2
remember
months.
as they are no longer
But like
alive.
still.
So if
Rather
we
be
go
trapped
back
in the
to the
light.
2 months.
enter and
Why
the
am I laundry on
cont,
this? I mean,
Oh, my eyes are
we
sore.
can think about how
I
the
assume so.
timeline is very
Jealous Morgans
restrictive
can take over
in
5
It is a
years.
scary
people's
thing
behaviour.
around
Really,
here, isn't
they
it?
are very
So
bad.
my
Yeah.
idea
Okay,
is
let's do that.
that
And a
in
lot
the
of times
first part of the
in the building.
Vortex cheat,
I had a friend who
many of the people that I knew
I was
were
at
present.
uni. I did music
And then in the second part of the Vortex
Nice.
cheat,
I need to kill a
there
few
were
more of
only
those.
basically 3
So I had a friend who
individuals
played
that I
the
could
organ
refer to.
leader.